Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a little mid-month March reading for Sagittarius for March 2022. How are all the Sagittariuses out there? I hope you've had a good first half for your month. And let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. With this mid-month reading, I'm going to lay out one card for a situation you're dealing with right now. One card for a complication in that situation. One card of advice. I will clarify as needed. More often than not, I do. I just don't leave it at one card. So here we go. Something you're dealing with right now. Your complication. And here's your advice. If I can grab it. There we go. Okay, Sagittarius. 9 of Clubs. Looks like you've completed some kind of project or some plans just like wrapped up that you've been working on. Maybe it involves a job. It could be like a promotion if that's the case. But you've reached some kind of completion. And you're very happy with the outcome. This indicates that you're content, okay? I have a feeling it has to do with work. Let's get a clarifier, though. For Sagittarius, mid-March, 2022. Talk about tongue-tied. There's some stability with this completion of a project or some kind of cycle that's ended. Or with work, though, I'm leaning towards project. It keeps saying project. Okay, so we're gonna go with project. You're quite satisfied and you're content. That's what I'm seeing. That's why I'm not able to pull a whole lot out of this. And it talks a lot about work. I don't see why this would be a problem. There could have been a lot of stress around the thing you were dealing with. And so now you're like, phew, finally. So the stress has been relieved. What's complicating this completion and stress relief? I think you're restless now. Because you still have stability, right? With the fours. But now you're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You're not able to use your creativity. I think you are on like a mega push or something, maybe even for a while, and it just wrapped up, and it's like it is done. Maybe you had to get the company taxes done or something, and now you're like, what do I do with myself? Let's get a clarifier for that. What else is complicating this intense contentment and satisfaction for the Sagittarius? What is complicating this? Besides maybe being a little bored. Not sure what to do next. Where are you gonna spend your energies? Tens are definitely indicating that you have completed something. Maybe you had to complete something to like end a career. Like it was the last task, you're getting ready to retire or depart, and you were like, this has to be done, and it got done. Okay. This also indicates some kind of travel. Maybe you work for a company and you're based out of another state or country, and now you're returning. And it's kind of like the relief is great and the satisfaction is great, but you're not sure what you're going to be doing with yourself, because whatever this was, it is done. There is nothing else to eke out of that. And there's some kind of trip. The trip is not for bad news, by the way. This is good news. Let's get another card to see what's complicating this end of a cycle, I think, definitely with a work situation for Sagittarius. Mid-March 2022. Okay, plans to move ahead are looking good, because this honestly is about good times. You're going to be spending more time with family. That's why I think maybe you were on some kind of work assignment. Maybe it's military even, and so you're coming home. And the complication is, it's kind of like you're around all this intensity, especially if you're overseas, right? Come back and you're like, well, this is boring. I'm used to kind of being on the edge of my seat, having all of this in front of me, having to do every day, and being very regimented in some kind of routine. It could be a military overseas assignment. Mm-hmm. The advice for you, Sagittarius, is these changes are going to come. These changes did come, or are going to come, or are coming as we speak. And you're going to be dissatisfied with it. Yeah, there's going to be a level of dissatisfaction. Let's get a clarifier on the advice, though. What are we doing about this dissatisfaction? Is there any way Sagittarius can channel their energies so that they're not feeling so restless and like not in the game anymore? This could represent you or another person. This is an older female energy. Wiser, I should say, not old. Not geriatric necessarily. Older female. This can be a rather mysterious energy, honestly. Almost dark-spirited. Maybe it's suggesting this is how you be. Reserved, not dark-spirited, definitely wouldn't recommend that, but just kind of be a little mysterious. Maybe don't hold everything on your sleeve. Lay it out for everybody to see. It might be advising for that. I'm going to get another card, though. It could be that you're going to meet somebody like that. Ha, ha, ha. Definitely a strong female presence, eh? So, this is seemingly at opposites. I'm very tongue-tied with this reading. I wasn't for the last one, so that's curious. This is almost opposite, because this is a very nurturing female energy, okay? Still an older female. And you have darker complexion and lighter complexion. It's almost like it cancels each other out. You could be saying with the changes, exercise, this also represents wisdom. It's saying exercise your wisdom and your mastery with this situation. Okay. And you're going to be carrying around this darker energy with you as well. But because this came out on top of it, I'm seeing is that this is going to overcome that. It's going to help you overcome that. If you act as your own mentor, if that's possible, I think it is. We can certainly step out of ourselves. We think we have this fixed identity. From what everything I have learned over the years, and I'm learning a lot lately from different religious, I'm not going to say religious, but spiritual teachers, is that we don't have this fixed identity, okay? So we can't act as our own parent. We can literally take ourselves by the wrist and say, stop it. Or pinch ourselves. Or we can be very nurturing to ourselves and teach ourselves something if we just take the time. So with these changes, I think you need to temper this darkness that you're going to feel. This sense of being restless and not knowing what to do with yourself here. The complication, because everything else is good. It's more about you. This is an inner journey. An inner struggle at the moment. That can be very hard. But I also think it can be very satisfying and in some ways the easiest to deal with, because it's only you. It's only you have to deal with, and only you that you can hold accountable. You have to hold accountable. So it's up to you to step up to the plate. I'm going to leave that there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. I hope that will help you. Take care of yourself.